everybody. I don't feel like today's a day to sing my good morning song, so I'm gonna not start with that today. I know we usually do, but it's not a good morning, and it is morning, so welcome back. To those of you who are new here, hi, I'm Laura. This is the Last Minute Laura Morning Show. We get together every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9 a.m. until 12 p.m. And we missed Friday's live stream. For those of you that are around all the time, you already know we missed it. And I think I had a valid reason to miss it. But I'm going to tell you guys everything. You can see by the title, you already know what's going to be the stream today. I don't know how to be normal about it because my whole world basically shattered over the weekend. My family lost a very important member. Thunder died on Friday. So we're going to talk about it, and I'm probably going to cry because he was my first dog, and I love him so much, and it's really hard to understand that he's just gone. I know he was old, but he wasn't sick as far as we could tell. Apparently he was very sick. We found out on Friday. And he died. And now he's just dead. And he's just gone. And I don't understand how it happened so fast. And I guess parts of me are glad that it happened fast because he didn't suffer long, but I'm confused because he was supposed to be with us for a long time. So anyway, let me get some tissues so that I don't melt. Rebecca, big hugs. We all miss beautiful Thunder. Thanks. Thanks, Rebecca. Angel, sweet. Sorry for your loss. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm sorry for your guys' loss because I know that he was an important part of our live stream, and everybody in the community really loved him. And it's so messed up. I don't know how to be, because he has always been here and he's always been with me. He's just always been here. Thunder was 14, and people have said to me, he lived a long life, he lived a good life, and like it helps, like somehow that helps. And all that does is make it worse for me because it's like I had him so long. I was just a kid, basically, when we got him. He lived in 6 homes with us. We moved 6 times with him. And he's just been a constant in my life for the last 10 years. And I don't know how to... I haven't even touched his food bowl. His food bowl is still sitting where it usually sits. I haven't touched it. I don't want to. All of his bedding is in the dryer right now. I had to wash all of it because it was pretty traumatic on Friday. The the speed with which he deteriorated. And this is a trigger warning. If you're not interested in hearing the nitty-gritty, you should go, because I'm gonna say it because it helps me make sense of everything when I get to talk about it. And even though it was really messed up what happened, I am gonna talk about it, and I'm gonna go through what happened throughout the day, and what happened at the vet, and how it all went down, because that's how I process things. And even though it's like upsetting, it's upsetting to hear and it's upsetting to talk about, I'm going to talk about it. So if you don't want to hear it, I totally understand. It's messed up and it's sad. It's like really sad. So if you don't want to hear it, that's okay. You can come back on Wednesday and I'll be here, and I'm probably not going to talk about it after that. That's not true. I'll probably still talk about it, but I won't go into all the details again. But yeah, so I understand if you don't want to be here for this. I really do totally understand, and you can just leave, because it's not going to be a fun conversation, and I'm probably going to be crying through most of it, and it's just what it is today. Today, this is how today is going to go. Sorry for your loss. Thanks, Nana. So, Thursday night, let's start there. Thursday night, everything was fine. Everything was fine. Wednesday night, out of the blue, Alex said, it's so weird how Cushing's disease has a 2-year time frame on it. Once diagnosis happens, most dogs are dead within 2 years. And it's been 1.5 years, and Thunder is in perfect health. And then he and I talked about how healthy on Wednesday night. Alex and I talked about it, and I cried, and I was just hugging Thunder and giving him kisses and talking to him and saying how I couldn't even imagine him being sick. He's been so fine. Yes, he has seizures once a month, but I can't even imagine him deteriorating. His bald, patchy hair, his blind eyes, his lack of teeth, none of that matters. He's a healthy, happy dog. And I was crying, talking to Alex about how much I love this dog and how it's so heartbreaking that our pets can't time travel with us this whole time. They only get to be with us for a little while. And I was working myself up into a meltdown, talking about how I don't understand how we're supposed to live without Thunder someday. On Wednesday, we had this conversation. Thunder was perfectly fine on Wednesday. This was just out of the blue. We had this talk. And then Thursday came and went. And then Thursday night was fine. Thunder woke up in the middle of the night, 2 a.m, and woke Alex and I up because he needed to go outside and go pee. Alex woke up and took him outside at 2 a.m. Thanks, Christine. Thanks, Lemon. Thanks, Candy. Took him outside at 2 a.m, so Friday morning, and then he came back to bed, and then Thunder woke me up at about 7:30 in the morning. He woke me up having a seizure. And I took him out of the bed and I put him on the ground, which is what I usually do if he has a seizure. He hasn't had one. He didn't have one at all in December. Did he? December 11th, he had one. Anyway, so it was right on time. January 10th, December, he usually has one about once a month. And he was having a seizure, so it wasn't anything stressful. Thunder has seizures. He has a seizure disorder. So I put him on the floor, supported him, talked him through it, and it finished. So Dave, good morning. Thank you. I appreciate it. So I picked him up and brought him upstairs, and I put him in his dog bed, and I said to Alex, he had a seizure. Can you watch him while I get myself ready for my live stream? And he said, yeah, sure. And I started setting up the live stream, got everything set up. And then as I was sitting down to do my makeup, I noticed Thunder was having another seizure. And it had only been about half an hour since the previous one ended. And that's abnormal for us. Usually he has one seizure and then he doesn't have another one for a month. and he was having another seizure. And I opened Alex's office door and I said, he's having another one. I don't know what that's about. Again, we weren't panicked because Thunder has seizures. We know what to do. We know how to handle it. So after he had his seizure, I gave him a little bit of sugar, and I gave him honey, a little bit of honey, and offered him his breakfast. He didn't want to eat, which is not atypical. He's usually pretty out of it after he has a seizure. And then right before my stream started, he started a third seizure. And now this is very much out of the realm of what's normal for him. He doesn't have 3 seizures in a day ever. So I canceled the live stream and I said to the live stream chat, I'm gonna hang out with Thunder today. He needs me. He's obviously not feeling well. And then the third seizure didn't even fully finish before he started having a 4th seizure. So at this point, we're both freaking out because 4 seizures in a row has never ever happened. So called the vet, said, what do you think? And the vet said he could be having a seizure, a cluster seizure, which is a bunch of seizures in a row. And it should end. When it ends, come call us and we'll set an appointment for you to come in. Okay. So we were basically waiting for the seizure to end so we could get in the car to go. And the seizure didn't stop. He would have a rest of maybe 5 minutes and then it would start back up again. Until we got into the emergency vet. So I called the emergency vet and I said, I don't know what's happening. Thunder stopped getting up in between his seizures, which is very scary. That's never happened. He always finishes having a seizure and then he gets up and wants to walk around and have water and just sort of wander around the upstairs. He wasn't getting up. And then he was having a seizure and then he wasn't even lifting his head. And then he couldn't hold his bowels or his bladder. And obviously we were panicking. So I called the vet. I said, I don't think this is normal. I don't think this is part of his epilepsy or his Cushing's disease. Our dog has had Cushing's disease and epilepsy. And he's 14. He's an old dog. And the emergency vet said, can you come in, and gave us a time. And I said, yes, obviously we can come in. And when I packed Thunder up to get into the car, he stopped having seizures. I don't know what happened, but he just stopped. And I was relieved, thinking, oh, maybe it really is just a cluster seizure, and now is he needs to be on medicine, but he'll be okay. And his breathing was really fast. He was breathing 140 times in a minute, which is well above the 30 to 50 times a minute a dog should be breathing. He's breathing 140 times a minute, but he wasn't panting. He was just breathing really shallow and fast. And we got him into the vet, and they took a look at him, and they said, so euthanasia is what you're here for? And Alex and I were like, what? No? We came here for an emergency vet consultation. Excuse me? And they said, oh, did you want to see the doctor? And I was like, were you just gonna come in here as a vet tech and put my dog down? Excuse me? I called in saying, I don't know what's wrong. I think he's dying. I need an appointment today. And they said, can you come in now, in 20 minutes? And we said, yes. And then they said, so we're here for a euthanasia appointment? And we were like, no, that's not what we're here for. We're here to see a vet. So they said, oh, okay, give us a few minutes. We'll get the doctor to come in. So the vet came in and she said, we're here for a euthanasia consultation. And I said, no, I want to know if he's going to be okay. I want to know if there's something you can do, or if is he just suffering and he's gonna die? Like, what's our situation? I've never seen this with him before. And the vet came and listened to his lungs and said, his lungs are full, probably with blood. And I said, oh, okay, what? He's never had any issue with breathing. He's never had anything wrong. He has Cushing's. He has epilepsy. Anyway, she said what likely happened was the Cushing's was not just a benign tumor, but was a malignant tumor, meaning cancer, which we knew was a possibility because Cushing's is a tumor on the pituitary gland that grows and over time causes seizures and weight loss and hair loss and then the inability to hold your bladder and then the inability to walk. It's like a progressive illness. And we knew this. But she said what it seems like happened is it metastasized elsewhere. So something occurred in his brain, either a piece broke off or it's metastasized elsewhere and it's in his lungs. I can hear it in his lungs, and his heart is really weak and his heart is struggling and his lungs are struggling. And this is all at once. I'm telling you, he was breathing fine and sleeping fine and everything fine on Thursday. And I told her that, and she said, it may have seemed that way, but this has been progressing and it usually just shows up all at once. And it's called something like there's a name for it where it's like all at once the cancer explodes, and it's like, there's a name for this type of event, and it's like how, you know, the giant heart attacks are called like the widowmakers. It's like that. It's like a name like that. So I'm crying through this whole thing, and we had to deal with 5 different people. Like, as we're talking to the vet, she said, is it okay if I send someone in for payment before we do everything? Because it'll be a lot harder for you after it's done to do payment. And I was like, yes, but also like, how gross. It felt so gross. And she said, he's suffering. His quality of life is very low and he's not going to recover from this. And I said, you know that? You know he's not going to, like, if we take him home and we snuggle him, he's not going to be okay tomorrow? And she said, he's not going to regain his ability to walk. He had a stroke, a severe stroke. One of his pupils was pinpoint and the other was fully dilated. And she said he had a stroke at some point today. He's having near constant seizures and he's unable to stand, lift his head, walk, urinate or defecate on his own. Like, he's not going to get better. And she said it's the right thing to do for his dignity. And I was like, obviously I was crying, and Alex and I said, can we have a few minutes to talk about it? Because we walked into the vet thinking we were going to be getting help. We thought we were going to be getting like an anticonvulsant and maybe like fluids, and maybe they would keep him overnight. Like, we didn't walk into the vet anticipating euthanasia. That's not what we walked in for. And having the vet be like, oh, I thought of course that was what you were here for. And we were like, no, like, that's not what our plan was. Our plan was to get him help. And she said, well, I can do a bunch of tests and charge you thousands of dollars, but like, I'm telling you right now, I know what's wrong with him. And I was like, okay. So the vet left. Alex and I talked for a few minutes. We snuggled with Thunder. They came in and gave him some anesthesia or something to help him feel no pain and calm down. And he immediately just like slumped over, like so relaxed. And I melted down. I literally had a breakdown because I was like, he's been so sore all day. And he was crying the whole ride to the vet. And then he was so relaxed. And I just felt so guilty that he had been suffering and I had no idea. And the vet said he may have been fine yesterday, but it's been coming. Like, this was always going to happen. Because I said, I gave him a bath yesterday. Like, did I cause this? Did I dislodge something while giving him a bath? And she said, no, it was always coming. It's always been coming. It just, you don't get to know that before it happens. And then they said, we're going to take him into the back to put in a catheter in his arm to put the drugs in. And I said, no, you could do it out here. And they said, well, there could be blood and he could cry. And I'm like, all the more reason you can do it here. He's not leaving. I'm holding him. I'm not putting him down. You can do everything you need to do with him in my arms. You just can. And she said, well, we don't typically do that. And I said, well, that's what's going to happen. We're not leaving him. We're not leaving him in the last 20 minutes of his life. We're not giving him to a stranger. He doesn't know you. He's scared. He's just about to die. I'm not giving him to anybody. And obviously I'm like crying through the whole thing. And they said, okay, as long as you're okay with seeing blood and seeing him in distress. And I'm like, I've been seeing him in distress all day. Anyway, he didn't have any blood. He didn't have any distress. He's a very good dog. He didn't do anything. And they shaved his little paw. And then they used alcohol, like, to clean the area. And I started laughing. I was crying, and I started laughing. And I said, you want to make sure you have a clean field. You want to have a sterile field, right? And they looked at me so confused. I'm like, you're literally about to inject him with drugs that kill him. Who cares if there's bacteria? It literally, I don't know why, but for some reason my brain was, like, completely confused by the fact that they were, like, cleaning the area before putting in a catheter. And I know it's, like, their system, they have to do that because every time they put in a catheter it has to be clean and whatever, but I don't know why it bugged me for some reason. I don't know. It doesn't make sense, but the things that happen don't always make sense. And, then I said, can we have a few minutes with him? And they said, sure. So we had to deal with 5 different adults through this process, and I was like, I don't feel like there should be that many people involved in this. Like, I don't feel like it needs 5 people to come in and out and go, oh, poor Thunder, and give him pets, and me being like, go away. Like, my dog is, like, just about to die. Like, I'm making the decision to kill my most loved family member. I don't need 5 teenage girls coming in and out of the room going, he's so cute, he's so soft. I'm sorry, I'm about to kill my firstborn. Could you leave me the fuck alone? And I know they're doing their job. I know they were just doing their jobs. I know they were told to do what they were doing. I know nothing went wrong. But I was so just irritated with the fact that they were just at work and I was having the worst thing of my life happen. Like, the worst thing that's ever happened to my family was happening in that moment, and they were all just at work and they were just doing their jobs and they were just coming in and going, he's very cute, he must have had a great life. And I'm like, it's just Friday, you're gonna go home and have the weekend, it's just a work day for you. And I'm, like, losing the best family member. It was really hard. I don't think I'd ever go back to that vet. Angel, it was the only emergency vet that had available. It was like an animal hospital, so it was like the equivalent of having nurses and doctors coming in and out, you know? And again, they were polite, they were fine, there was nothing wrong with them. It was in a normal situation, I'm sure they were lovely, but it was like my worst day and Thunder's worst day, and I felt so guilty because I didn't get to, like, give him chocolate. Like, he deserved to have chocolate. He deserved to try, like, foods that are poison. He deserved to try them. He deserved to have garlic and onions and chocolate and grapes. And, like, in a good world, that's what I would have done on his last day. I would have given him all of the things that he's not allowed to have. But he was so sick. He was so weak, and he was so sore. He wasn't okay. So he didn't eat anything. And the vet said to us multiple times, like, his quality of life is very low. And I'm like, today, but it wasn't. His quality of life was amazing yesterday. It was today it's bad, but he was fine. He ate his breakfast yesterday. He had chicken at dinner time. Anyway, and then they came in and did it. It was really fast. And it was fast, and it was quiet, and it was calm. And he was so peaceful. And I know it was the right thing to do, I know. But it's so hard. It's so fucked up how hard it is. Like, and I knew he was gonna die someday. I've talked about it with you guys. I've talked about how he's old and how that's something coming, and that Cushing's is something that is gonna kill him eventually. Like, I knew all of that, but for some reason I didn't plan for it to be all at once, you know? It was really, really hard. And then they said we could take him to the back now, and do you want his ashes? And I said, we're taking him home. And they said, for what? And then I was like, to eat him. What does it fucking matter to you? That's none of your business. Obviously, I'm taking him home to bury him, or to whatever I'm gonna do is my business. And having them say for what, it was like, I don't have to tell you anything. You're not anybody to me. And I said to Alex, that felt so weird. I don't have to explain myself to you at all. I was obviously triggered. I was obviously really upset, but I just felt like a lot of the questions that they were just asking casually were really hurting my feelings. And they said, they were giving us these package options, like it was for a funeral. Do you want his ashes back? Do you want a paw print or a nose print? This is $170. This is $200. And I was just like, this feels so gross. He's unconscious in my arms. This was before they had done the final injection, but I'm like, he's unconscious in my arms, and you're taking the time away from me snuggling him to ask me if I want to pay for you to do his paw print. It felt so yucky. The Thunder can be given more dignity. The vets acted disgustingly. I didn't like it. So, we came home, and we took him home with us. And when we got home, I did his paw prints, and I did his little nose prints on some paper and on some fabric so that I could have them. And it was really cathartic just to be able to spend some time with him. I know that it's dark for a lot of people, the idea of handling a dead animal who you love so much. But for me, it was like my own little private funeral with him. I wrapped him up in a soft white cotton napkin. And I wrapped him up really tight and got him prepared. But, my God, it was really hard. That was really hard to go through. And I had no expectation to do that. That's not what I was planning at all to have happen. I wasn't ready. Yeah, he really was the best boy. He was so smart, and he was so good. And he was with us for 10 full years. He was 14. We got him when he was around 4 years old. And he was such a good dog. He was so good. He was he was bad sometimes, obviously, but he was such a good dog. And he didn't deserve to die scared or in pain. And I hate that his last day was scary. CJ's last day was, like, beautiful. He was just at home and loved, but Thunder, it was an emergency situation, so it was really traumatizing. And I miss him so much. I miss him so much. I've cried myself to sleep every night because I'm used to him being snuggled up against me when I go to bed, and he hasn't been because he's gone. He's just dead. He's just gone, and he's dead, and he's not coming back. And it feels so surreal because he doesn't feel dead. He feels like he's just at my sister's house being babysat. He feels like he's just, like we just dropped him off somewhere, but we didn't. He's just gone. And I love him so much. Like, I know you guys know that. And I know for people who don't have dogs, this may seem silly or an overreaction, but if you have a dog and you've had them for 10 years, they really are like your kid. It's so hard. It's so hard. And it's so messed up because, like, he's just a dog to other people. Like, he's just an animal. But, like, he's been everywhere with us. He's been everywhere with us for the last 10 years. We took him camping. We took him to Nova Scotia. He was so good. So, I'm really sorry to have to tell you guys about it. But thanks for listening, because it's really hard. It's not something I want for anybody. I don't want anybody to have to feel this stuff, because it's so messed up. To have to intentionally make the decision to kill, like, he's like my true love. I loved him so much, and he loved me so much. And Alex loved him so much, and he loved Alex. And he loved my sisters, and he loved my family, and he loved Alex's family. He didn't like other dogs. He didn't have to. We didn't have any expectations of him. He was perfect. He was allowed to be a little dick when he interacted with other dogs. We were just fine with it because he's perfect. He's a perfect dog. He barked when people came in or when people knocked at the door. Not so much in the last couple of years because he's been getting old, but there will never be another dog like him. There will never be another dog like Thunder. He is one of a kind. And he was the best dog that there ever will be. And my heart is broken. Completely broken. Alex and I are devastated by the loss of Thunder, obviously. But my heart is just broken. Like, I don't know that I'll ever heal from this. I know that time will soften the pain, but he'll never be forgotten. He'll never be forgotten. And it's just so sad that their little bodies can't go for as long as ours can. One time, when Alex and I did shrooms a long time ago, I had this whole epiphany that we're all time traveling all the time. You're born one year and you die another year. You time traveled. And we time travel for 100 years, and animals can't. It's too hard on their bodies to time travel for so long. And he did as long as he could with us. But I have to just keep time traveling without him. And I'm supposed to just keep going, and live in new places and meet new people and have new pets, and this is where he stops. He doesn't get to keep going with me, you know? So, I'm heartbroken, and I won't ever forget him, and I know you guys won't, because he was basically our mascot, Lord Thunder. Sending you so much love and comfort hugs. Thank you, Rebecca. This is killing me, and he's not even my pet. He was the bestest boy. He really was. It's never easy. I'm so sorry. It's not. It's never easy. I know that. Thanks, Deborah, crying with you. Trish, thank you. He left his paw prints on your heart and they'll never go. He's with you till the end. I know he's with me till the end, but I wish he could be with us, you know? Rachel, I'm so sorry. It's very hard. Thank you. I've had to make that decision 5 times, and it's one of the hardest things we have to make. But remember how much love he'd given. We will pray. Thanks, Rachel. And I know he deserved to not have to continue suffering. He deserved a good death. I'm sad that he didn't get to have a good death, but he did get to have, in that moment, a good death. I would have loved for him to be able to grow old and tired and for us to make the decision to let him go, as opposed to having to decide in the moment. And no matter how right of the decision, no matter how much the vet told us it was the right decision, I still feel that I made the choice to kill the animal that I loved most in the world. And I know that it was the right decision, but it's still on my hands that he is dead because of a decision that I made. And I know that it was the right decision. 2 things can be true at once. I can feel as though what I did killed my dog, and I can understand that that was the best thing for him. It still feels super messed up to have to make that decision. And for those of you who've never had to, I'm happy for you. For those of you who have, I'm sure you know what I mean. It doesn't matter if your animal is old and sick and literally actively dying. Making the decision to end their life is horrifying. Even if it's the right decision, even if that helps them go in peace, it's still awful. It's still an awful decision to have to make. And it's very heavy on me. It's sitting heavily on me. So, I'm very sad. I'm very sad right now. I don't know another way to put it. I'm very sad. I miss him so much. And he's never coming back. And every time I think of that, it's like, I'm sad he's gone. And then I think, but it's not just that he's gone, it's that he's never coming back. It's rough. So, there will never be another Thunder, Deborah said. It's true. I had a toy poodle named Beauty, and I felt the same about Thunder's memories will always be sweet. It's true. And excuse my sniffling. I apologize if it's grossing you out. I uploaded some photos into Discord. I thought I would show you guys this morning for those of you who aren't in our Discord, who never got to meet him. Because he was so cute. Look at him. Look at his dumb little face. This is when we went camping. This is how he camps. He has his dog bed and he just sleeps right in front of the fire with whoever's sitting by the fire. This is how he sleeps in bed, under the covers, right up against me. This was in 2016. Look how little he is. He's just a baby. Look at his stupid little feet. So it's cute, but it's also from Cushing's disease. His balance is bad. Sorry, I'm going to be going in and out of is and was because it's not normal for me to say he was anything. He is everything. His little toes. This is him when he was young. Not really though, that blanket is from you guys. By the way, the blanket that you guys made is what we brought him to the vet in. This blue blanket. Wearing a little hat. Enjoying the sunshine. He's just a little guy, you know? He's biting my embroidery. Smile crying, bless him. Yeah, he's the cutest thing. I know he's a Chihuahua, and if you're not a Chihuahua person, then I understand that they're not cute to you, because they didn't used to be cute to me either, but look at his stupid little face. He's just a little guy. Look at him. He loved just sitting in the sun with his eyes at the sun, closing his eyes. He just wanted to be on hot concrete sleeping. That was his ideal scenario, was lying out on hot concrete in the hot sun. He's so cute. Look at him. He's just a little guy. So regal. He's so pretty. This is him when he was healthier, obviously. He's full hair. 2018. Look how little he is in Alex's arms. I made him a matching sweater to match my sweater. He was the bestest little model. He really was. He was such a good model. He always had the best vibes for modeling the clothes I made for him. But I made him a matching sweater to me so that we could look the same in the photos. I made this sweater, I made this dress, I made Thunder's sweater, and I made Alex's sweater. And I made the sweater Alex is wearing here. Look at his little chunky body. Look at us matchy. So cute. We took him to Toronto. My Chihuahua froze when I put a jumper on her. Thunder needed a sweater. He was a chilly boy. He always needed some warm stuff. Me crocheting while he just slept on my lap. God, I love this picture. He's so cute. Oh yeah, here's a good one. Just a fancy guy lying in a pile of flowers. And this one is CJ, our Bengal, and Thunder, both sitting with me while I crocheted. Look at him. He used to play with toys because he had teeth back then. There was a time when he had teeth. Come on, look at that. When he had teeth and he would play with a toy that was the same size as him. God, I look rough today. I apologize. How cute is he, though? He's so weird. And he would sleep in my parents' house in the middle of the giant dog bed. And he was just so pleased. He's sitting right now in this picture. He's in front of a fireplace on a dog bed. Always wrapped up in blankets. Always cozy and warm. Look at this beautiful boy. He really was a beautiful Chihuahua. Like, obviously Chihuahuas have a specific look to them, but he's really pretty. He, is a pretty dog. Of course, the next picture is him looking awfully derpy. Don't apologize. Snot face is totally expected. I agree with that. Thunder getting a bath. looking very sad, very, very pathetic in this photo. This is how, when Alex worked from home when we were in Toronto, this is where Thunder would stay, just sitting on his lap. I have a Chihuahua now that's 8, and I swear she's Thunder's twin. Super cute. 8 is a perfect age for a Chihuahua. They're still healthy and young, but they're still, like, old enough that they have, their behaviors are set, you know? This is when he was a baby, you could tell, because he's all skinny and cute. He got fatter, and then he got thinner. That was basically his life's trajectory. Look at this baby. Look at that neck. What a thick neck on this Chihuahua. And this was one of our foster dogs. This was Kermit, and him and Thunder got along. I just thought it was really cute seeing them together. Oh god, he's so cute. And then I made this thumbnail for today of him as an angel, because he is an angel. If there is an afterlife, Thunder is headed to the best part of it. That's for sure. I know that for sure. In my heart of hearts, if there's a heaven, he gets to go. Her name is Cindy Lou. Oh, that's cute. I just told everybody the story. I also wanted to show you these that I made. No, not on my stuff, not on my stuff. I did some footprints. You can see his little toes. Just as big as my finger. I did his nose also, or I tried to. It's hard to get his nose print, but I got one. There's his little nose. That's actually a pretty good print of his little baby nose. And my favorite of the prints, I think it might be this one. It's not super defined, but I like how it looks. Is it this one or that one? I think it's this one that I like the best. The nose print would make a good tattoo. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be using these for either a tattoo or, no, it's probably going to be a tattoo. I just haven't decided what I want to do yet, but yeah, I will be doing that. I also did, oh wait, no, it's this one that I like the best for his paw print. I feel like this one looks the most like an actual, like I can see his foot in it, you know? I like this one the best. I know there's like this, which is like a paw print, but I like the way this one looks. Thunder was a special little fellow. He really, really was. He was the most special. He was the best dog. And there will not be another dog like Thunder ever. And that is a fact. And I know that is true. And I'm really glad you guys got to get to know him, because he was the best dog ever. And yeah, I'm glad you guys got to know him. I'm sorry that you had to see through this with me, but thanks for letting me talk about it. Because, like I said, my heart's broken, and talking about it feels cathartic, even though it's obviously very sad. That's what friends are for. Thanks, Michelle. I want to draw a little bit. Do you guys mind if I draw a little bit? I was thinking I could just draw a little bit of Thunder, you know? Okay, peekaboo. Peekaboo's in here now, by the way. I'm forcing Peekaboo and Rohan to become friends. Alex said, like, why? Because I think they should. I was holding off on making them be friends because I didn't want the drama to be affecting Thunder. But, now it won't. So now they can get along. He's so handsome. Yes, he is. Because you need that right now. Yeah, pretty much. Do what feels best. Drawing is great. I need to figure out what I want to do. I warmed that little mouse right back to life. Oh, I thought you found a dead mouse. You found a cold mouse. That's nice. Hi, baby. I need to compose myself before my shopping gets delivered, but thank you for letting us know. I can imagine it was very difficult to come online and tell us. Rest in peace, Thunder. See you another time. Thanks. Appreciate it. I appreciate you guys being here. Sorry to have brought down your Monday morning, but I do appreciate you being here. You guys gonna get along now. Hey Paulette. Oh my god, Laura, I'm so sorry for your loss. Thunder was so sweet. I had a chihuahua 13 years, and when my mother moved from Brooklyn to North Carolina, somebody took her. Wish I would have kept her in Brooklyn with me. That's heartbreaking. Someone stole your mom's dog. Well, I'm sorry for your loss too then. Hey there, Rohan. Rohan's just underneath me right now. Okay. Okay. So here is my rough work of a drawing of my doggy Thunder. I feel like I talked all I want to talk right now, so if you guys are okay with it, I'm just gonna do this for a little while. Thanks, Candace. Yeah, I'm not gonna retell. I did have a hard time already, so thank you. Appreciate that. I'll let Alex know you say so also. Thanks. Hugs, Laura. Thank you for letting us know, and thank you for introducing us to Thunder. Thanks, Rue. Thanks, Alana. just watched the first half, and I'm so sorry I had to go through like everything on Friday. My heart breaks for you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it was pretty awful. Well, thank you, Beelzebub. Hi, Rohan. Yeah? Do it look like him? Okay, here's what the drawing looks like, and here's him in Discord. So this is what I'm looking from. Hold on. There. 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 Thanks. Hey. Sorry, anybody with headphones. I tried to turn it off as soon as she started screaming. What do you think?
She ran in there.
Does it look like thunder?
Yeah.
Thanks, Marina. You're right about that. He definitely will be. What do you think? Does it look like him? There's so much I want to say, but for that another day. I do also want to give hugs to all in the stream. Some of us have known Thunder for years. We're all devastated. I'm just a puddle. Candace, yeah, I know that for sure, that you guys are all, you all know him too. You captured the character in his eyes. Thanks. Yeah, I know you guys loved him too. So I'm sorry for all of our loss. I know we're all gonna miss him. I already did my crying this morning. I'm not gonna cry anymore. Rohan. I'm trying to think of a color. Maybe sky blue. Yeah, I know we're all gonna miss him. I know I have never felt the way I feel right now. And I don't... Rohan! Sweet, sweet Rohan. Alex went outside to shovel. And Rohan is our very noisy cat who doesn't like being left alone inside when Alex goes outside to shovel. He wants to be involved. Anyway, I'm devastated, so I know you guys are too. That was Alex's and my first pet together, our first dog. Our first dog, it wasn't our first pet together, our first dog. And I know that you guys know he was the best dog. And I know you know how I'm feeling right now. I know that you understand that this is not fair. And, yeah, I don't know really what else to say about it, except I know we're all feeling a lot. And that's okay, because it's so sad, and I'm not gonna start feeling again right now. I already had feelings. I'm not feeling again today. I'm all done feeling. I'm not gonna let it in right now, because I don't want to cry again right now. I already had all my feelings for the morning. If I have to feel, I'll feel again later, but for now I'm just gonna ice it out and think of him in a happy way. Because, yeah, he was the best dog in the world. Ever. You're allowed to cry whenever you feel like crying. You've not lost a member of your family, and holding it in is not necessary. I'm not holding it in. Well, I am holding it in now, but I'm I've been crying, you know? And yeah, if it comes out again, I'll let it out, but I'm not gonna start talking about the stuff that makes me sad right now, because I did that at the beginning of the stream. And instead I'm gonna color some pictures, you know? Sorry, I hit the mic there. Alright, here's Thunder. Here's Thunder's little portrait. Here's what I'm looking at. He was a very good dog. My favorite memory of him is that sweet derpy look. He's definitely a derpy boy. He was really the best dog in the whole world. And I know you guys know that. And I know you know that that's how I feel about him. And I'm never gonna forget him. How could I? He meant so much to so many people, and I know that, and I know he had a good life. He had a hard death, but he had a good life. And we'll never forget him. The end of the year was rough in my household, and you're having a similar beginning of the year. Oddly enough, I spent the January 4th, I was with my friend in Toronto, and we were having a talk about how this decade is going... That really does look like him, doesn't it? Good little piece. How this decade, the next 10 years are going to be really rough for a lot of people, because everybody in my age range who got a dog in college, who got a cat in college, this is the decade that they're all going to pass away, because all of them are going to be hitting 10, 15, 20 years old. And we were having this conversation and talking about how so many pets of so many people that we love are going to hit their end of life in this decade. Like, our 30s are going to be the hardest decade so far because of all of the pets that are going to die. And I was like, we don't have to worry about that for a while anyway. Less than a week later. I just can't believe it happened. Like, coming from a non-emotional point of view, it doesn't make any sense. From an emotional point of view, it makes no sense and breaks my heart. But from a non-emotional point of view, it doesn't make any sense, and I don't understand it. So, I don't know, man. It's a rough time. Do you believe in the Rainbow Bridge? I believe if there is any afterlife, Thunder is in the best part of it. You know? Look at him. If there is an afterlife, he's you know what? He's in the people part of the afterlife. He's not with other dogs. He didn't like other dogs. He's in the human afterlife. Just sitting on like a trucker's lap, waiting for me. I always said that if he wasn't our dog, he would have been such a good dog for a trucker. He would have loved long haul trucking. Come on, look at that picture. A perfect dog. Look at that. Come tell me that's not the cutest ugly dog you ever saw. He's perfect. Everything about him is perfect. I do really appreciate having you guys here for it. This sucks. Can you imagine him running in the wind like a young pup being chased by CJ? That is the absolute best derpy boy pick. Can I show you something? I actually, I wonder if we can watch a movie together or watch a video together. I saved some of our live streams, but I don't know how it'll translate for you guys. Like, I don't know how the view will look. Hold on a sec. Okay. This is 2015. We got Thunder in, gosh, I don't know, 2014, I think. Look at this little baby. Maybe I can mute it and we can watch it, because the audio is going to be... Is it choppy for you guys? It looks choppy on my end. I just want you to see how fast he goes, because he's so quick in these videos. I want you to hear it too though, because it's so cute. Okay, I'm hopeful. Look, he used to run up ahead of us and then come back. How choppy is it for you? I love seeing it. Look at it. He was so healthy here. Hold on a sec. He had such agility. There was a period in his life when he was so healthy.
Like, hold on. To rip apart. Here, look. Dandelion. Eat them. It just likes the feeling of ripping my pieces. It's a treat that I'm giving him. Look, he spits out the beds. Isn't that cute? Want another piece? Is that fun? Here's the piece. What are you doing?
He's just a baby. This is him as a baby, because this is 9 years ago. And we got him 10 years ago. Just wanted you to see that, because it's really cute. Wow, look at him go. I know, right? He was very healthy and very young and very, he was doing really well. He was just all over it. He obviously got old, but I mean, there was a time when he played with toys and wrestled with toys. There was a time when he had all of his teeth. And I contacted the same guy who did CJ for us, and he said he doesn't do domestic animals anymore, so I have to find another person. So we'll see how that goes. Happy Chihuahua Zoomies. They're absolutely the best. They are. Chihuahua Zoomies are the best. All dog Zoomies are very, very good, but Thunder's puppy Zoomies were very, very cool to see. He's a very good dog. I don't know what we're going to do without him. I woke up yesterday and today and like looked at his food bowl, which I still haven't touched. It's just on the floor because I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And I'm like making the cat's breakfast, and Thunder's food is still in the fridge, obviously, because we weren't expecting to not need it. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do without him? Alex didn't have to shovel the backyard. It snowed for the last 2 days, and he just didn't shovel the backyard because he shovels it for Thunder. And it's like, what are we supposed to do? Just not have Thunder? Just have him not be here? That doesn't make any sense. Well, for one, don't stop talking about him. Well, that's for sure. That's guaranteed. I can't stop talking about him. He's the best dog. So, Alex and I were talking about tattoos. And I don't know if I want to put a portrait of him or just his paw print and his nose print. Like, I want a portrait of him taking up my whole forearm so I can be looking at him all the time. Like, I don't know. I don't know how we're supposed to just live without him. It feels messed up. You know? He will forever be part of the stream. Yes, he will. It's crazy how everything feels because routine changes so much. How off everything feels. Yeah, it feels super off. Well, he was more than a pet. He was basically your child. Well, we had him for 10 years and took him everywhere with us and cooked his food when he was overweight. Like, we did all the things, you know? So yeah, it's not like a pet. It's not like an animal is just gone. It's like part of my heart is gone. And I don't even want it back. That's how it feels, is that my heart is broken and I don't want to fix it because I don't want it to be like okay that he's gone, you know? Because it's not okay. Yeah. My friend has her forearm tattoo of her angel dog Brewster. Brewster's a cute name. Brewster. And see, I'm wondering if I get a tattoo of his face, right? Do I do something like this? Oops, like this? Nope, not that, Laura. The other one. Hold on a sec. Do I do something like that, where it's like a regal Thunder? Or do I do something derpy like this? Or silly like that, you know? It's hard to know. Like, look at that. He's perfect. He's the perfect dog. He was the perfect size. He was the perfect shade. He was the perfect height. He was the perfect density. He was the perfect everything. And he had the perfect personality for us. Like, look at this. What do you do with that? Look at that face. It was sunny outside, so he just closes his eyes and faces the sun. He just wanted to be in the hot, hot sun all the time. An ideal place for Thunder was in the hot, hot sun. Oh, Candace, I don't know if you were here for that, but when we brought him to the vet, it was in the blanket you made. So he was getting hugs right till the end. Look at that regal boy. He's perfect. Look at this picture of him. Tell me that's not the perfect dog.
No.
Isn't he so perfect? Look
No.
at him standing there, so regal, looking right at the camera.
Mr. Wanna know?
Yeah. I hope he knows how loved he was by so many. I hope so too, Candace. I really do hope so. Like, look at this dog. It's just, he's everything. I'm just gonna leave this here. It's just gonna be what we have to look at today. I miss him so much. Last night I cried myself to sleep again, because as I was going to bed, I put my arm where he would sleep, because Alex and I sleep up against each other, spooning, and the space that's on top of us in between our bodies is where Thunder would sleep. And I put my hand there and he wasn't there, and I started crying, and then I was just holding on to Alex crying, and then Peekaboo climbed up into that spot and she curled up and went to sleep. And she's never done that. She's never tried to do that. She's never done that. And she climbed up right into his spot and just curled up and purred and went to sleep. And I was like, I broke down. I had a full bawling moment, because I was like, how does she even know that she's allowed to be there? And yeah, she slept in his spot. It's crazy to me. This whole thing is crazy to me. It just doesn't feel real, and it doesn't feel right. I used to spoon with my dear Fluff. I'm not sure if this is more for you or for me, but I wish I could hug you right now. I would take a hug right now. I miss him so much. You know? I think he knows he was loved. He was everybody's favorite dog. In my family, everybody loved him the most. Big, warm, and loving energy hugs for you. Thank you very much. I could use it. I need the good vibes, that's for sure. Okay. watching you now and scrolling through pictures of Bake, with tears strolling down my face. We had to put him down last month. I'm sorry, Alana. I know how you feel now, and I wish I didn't. But I'm sure you did the right thing, because no one would do that if it weren't the right thing to do, because it's so effing hard that I just know that if you made that decision for your dog, that it was the right thing to do. I'm ignoring you, Beelzebub. One of my favorite stream moments is when you had to get up for a minute to babysit Thunder, who was just all curled up in a blankie in a dog bed. Those are the best moments of my memory of him, is when he just needed a minute. Did he ask for a minute? No. But he needed one, you know? Sometimes he was too cute to pass up. Sometimes he just required a moment of undivided attention because of how cute he is. Was. His name is Sebastian Tobias. My good friend is having to make a decision for her 14-year-old Bichon. I wish that was not something we had to do. But I'm also happy that we're the ones who get to be able to have these amazing creatures in our lives for as long as they are with us. So, as much as I hate that we had to make this decision for Thunder, I wouldn't change it for anything because he was the best dog. And I do feel really lucky to have been able to have him as long as we did. I do wish that we could have had him a lot longer, though. It's never easy to make that choice, and it always comes with some guilt, which is the kindest thing you can do for them. Yeah, it definitely does come with guilt. But I don't doubt that it was the right thing for Thunder. Definitely not the right thing for me, but it wasn't about me in that moment, you know? Okay. Here's the rough outline of the next drawing. Remove all the pencil lines. Sometimes all of your options just suck, even if there's one that's better than the others. Yeah, and that's pretty much where we were at, Rue. Well, there weren't any other options. It was the only option. It was either do it or don't do it, but there wasn't any, like, the doctor didn't have any treatment plan options. She just basically said this is the right thing to do. And, you're making the right decision. She said that a lot. There were a few times where I was like, cool, I appreciate that, but I also don't feel like it's true right now. I was like, I also feel like I don't have the opportunity to actually make this decision, you know? Like, it feels like this decision is just happening to us. I knew he was a grumpy old man, but I still miss him. We had to decide that for a 15-year-old cat named Lovebug. That's a sweet name. Bichon Poodle, yeah. You guys got to babysit Thunder. I feel like I want to do this one with his eyes gray because he had cataracts, and I feel like we should honor his cataracts. I know we're not even done drawing yet, but I want to color his eyes in so that you can kind of imagine him better. What are you birds talking about? So we've got both cats loose in the house now. We're not separating them from each other anymore. I decided that they're going to get along. And that's what's gonna happen. I'm done with them being enemies. The cat and the dog, the cats rather. They have to get along now. I think I didn't put them together. I didn't force it because I didn't want them to fight around Thunder. But since we don't have Thunder now, they are gonna have to just sort out their differences. Yeah, I showed it a little while ago. A photo of him in his sweater with his eyes closed. So delightful. Hope the cats get along well for your sake. Honestly, I don't care. They're gonna figure it out, you know? At some point, they're gonna figure it out. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but eventually, they're gonna have to get along. So since I just know that to be true, I'm just going to basically force them into a relationship now. It's been over a year. They can handle it. This looks like he's smiling and just enjoying his best life. That's what I hope is that he's doing somewhere. Like I said, if there is an afterlife, Thunder is in the human one, not the dog one, because he doesn't like dogs, but he loves humans. So he's gonna be in the human afterlife, living his best dog life. Need to figure out how to draw dog paws. Guess I don't really have to. There, that's all you get for dog paws. My cats just tolerate each other. I was hoping they would cuddle and bathe each other. Nope. Yeah, I don't need them to like love each other. I just want them to stop absolutely hating each other. So that is the best I can hope for, and I will be fine if they eventually tolerate each other. So far, so good, if I'm honest. They've been, and it could just be because my feelings are really loud right now and they're like not wanting to upset me. That's totally possible. But they've not been causing any drama with each other. They've just like done a little bit of meowing, but not really like hurting each other, which is great. That's all I can ask for. This area. It's more like a cool gray, I think. Get out of here. Go on. Go on. No, thank you. No, you're so cute. No, you're so cute. The way you have his paws, he looks like he could walk right off the page. You think so? Good. I wish he could. I don't know about rose beige. That's not really rose beige. We need yellow ochre. That'll help with these. Sending love, hugs, and prayers. Laura, my husband will be home in a minute for lunch, so I've got to go. Sounds good, Deborah. Have a good rest of your day. Thank you. Here's another thunder. In case you were wondering what he looks like again. If you were like, not sure. Here's how I saw him. My little guy. Amazing. Thanks, Candace. You're very sweet. You think it looks like him? The right amount of chunk. The right level of chunkiness. What's wrong under here? This is not supposed to be a tongue. It's the under part of your mouth, buddy. I love how a lot of them have no necks, same as my 3 grand fur babies. That's beautiful. Thanks, Michelle. Again, I'm sorry for your loss. I'll miss this handsome little face. I already miss this face so much. I know you guys loved him too. I'm glad he was in a lot of the live streams, so I can go back and watch him. And you can too if you like. And he didn't have a neck, Candace. He only had a neck if he was wet. If he's a dry dog, he was neckless. Wet dog, tiny little neck. Gotta get back to work, but you and Alex are in my thoughts. Thanks, Rue. That's beautiful. Again, I'm sorry for your loss. Appreciate you. And he was a necklace wonder. And that is the way that I will remember him. Necklace. I have to reach out to my sister-in-law and thank her for these markers again. I feel like they really do something, you know? I swear all chihuahuas are like that. The fur stands straight out on their neck, so it disappears. Necklace and yet the best spooner. He was the best spooner with or without his neck. Who needs a neck to be a good spooner? Not this dog. Thunder. I feel like I want to include a shadow underneath him. Absolutely beautiful work, Laura. Thanks, Alana. Thanks all of you guys for being here today. I didn't really have anything to say except for, I told the story of Thunder, or I told the story of his death. Maybe next stream we can talk more about his life, and we can talk about like how Alex and I found him and when we adopted him and what that all looked like. I feel like today wasn't the day for that. It was more of a day for feeling sad and coloring pictures. Some days are just for feeling sad and coloring pictures, Today was one of those days. Here's my little mister. Does it look like him? So here's the picture, and hold on. Nope, that's not what I want to do. Anywho, right now my lip's gonna bleed. And then there's the other one. Okay. Oops. We can talk about anything you need or want to talk about. If you're streaming, we're here for you. Thanks. Appreciate you guys. I really do. I think I just needed to chat and color with you guys today. Hugs to all, toodles till Wednesday, and there's a million hugs sent to our Lord Thunder. Yeah, thanks, Candace, and thank you to everybody who's here today. I really appreciate you guys. I know it's not the best live stream that we've had ever because it's like terrible news. But I do really feel a lot better being able to tell you guys about it. It felt pretty awful all weekend just knowing that I was going to have to tell you this morning. So thanks for listening. I'm sorry to bring you such bad news. But he's at peace now. And that's all. I do have a tutorial coming out tomorrow for those of you who watch my tutorials. If you are interested, it's a tutorial for a baby sweater that I made last week. So if you want to learn how to make it, it's going to be up tomorrow. It's already uploaded. I finished it on like Thursday, so I didn't have to worry about my YouTube stuff all weekend. But other than that, I will be back for a live stream on Wednesday. I don't know how I'm going to be moving forward, so just give me a little bit of grace because I might just drop it from the stream for a while and just be normal and just not talk about Thunder because it's really sad, or I might talk about him every single time. We'll see how I feel, how you guys feel. If you're sad and you want to talk about him, we can do that. It's let's just touch and go, you know, see how it goes, follow what feels right. But for now, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna clean up, do a couple of loads of laundry, and just sort of be. So I love you guys. Thank you again. And I'll see you on Wednesday or tomorrow if you come for the live, for the new video. Okay. Bye, guys.